Entry-level homes in Miami are going extinct. This is a Wall Street Journal story, and I have some thoughts on this. But I'm going to go to Mr. Ellsworth first because he's a biz doc. So
it's true.
Entry-level homes in Miami are going extinct as single-family prices skyrocket. The number of sales under $500,000 dropping. Ready? 79.6% from 2019 to 2024. Vinny, let me say this to you one more time. Folks, please listen to this. The number of houses under the price of $500,000 dropped 80%. There's 80% fewer homes under $500,000 in 5 years.
Jeez.
We're not talking 20 years, 5 years, okay? Anna Bozovic, all right, founder of Analytics Miami, explained the market below $500,000 is going extinct. It's kind of shocking. In December 2019, there were 3,518 single-family homes listed under $500,000. But by December of 2024, it went from 3,518 to 641. Holy shit. Rising home values, high land prices, and construction costs have pushed most of these homes into higher price tiers, with the median sale price hitting $675 into December, up 78% from 2019. Rob, is that active listings right now? Can you go up a little bit to see, because I can't see the cameras. No, the other way, Rob. Yeah. So that's active listings from 2015 to today in Miami. Wow. Is that really what that is? And can you go into home sold? Go a little bit lower on the next one. Home sold annually. This is specific to Miami. What was it in 2015, Rob?
12,820, and today it is 2,229.
So I'm not moving to Miami.
Luxury real estate has surged with a number of single-family home sales above $10 million, increasing 248%. So $10 million homes in Miami have gone up 250% from 2019 to 2020, and Miami's top 1% home threshold jumping from $3.5 million to $10 million, 3x. Bozovic noted these price points didn't exist pre-COVID. The sheer appetite is completely different reality. Notable sales including hedge fund Ken Griffin, record-breaking $100 million purchase, Bezos spending $234 million assembling a compound on Indian Creek, and soccer star David Beckham and his wife, Victoria Beckham, buying a $72 million home mansion that set off a market frenzy. Thomas.
So here's what happened. 3 things happened, and then there's a solution, there's a way out. The first thing is the number of listings are down historically. Why is that? Because a lot of people have those 2 to 4% mortgages, and they don't want to sell their houses. So the actual supply of houses is down. Then we printed money. Biden printed money, which artificially increased the price of assets because there was more money and price of assets went up artificially, but it stayed there because of this money supply. And then you have demand. People moving to Florida. Listen to those names. They're not in New York. Ken Griffin, the Beckhams, all those folks, the Bezos. Bezos moved from California, down here. So you have incredible demand. So you have inventory is down, demand is up. People moving here for the inventory that is available. So and the money you printed money, so the price went up. So what do we need? We need more building in the outlying areas so that you have more family areas. Except on the east side of Miami, there's this thing that prevents building called the Atlantic Ocean. And on the west side of Miami, there's a thing that prevents building called the Everglades. So Miami is kind of out of space. So it's kind of part of urban planning as industrial areas and things get repurposed to encourage developers to give them incentives to build, maybe more condos and low-income housing so that the workers have a place to live. That's a good thing. And if you build enough of them, then you're going to have some price moderation. And if the interest rates on mortgages come down, you're going to have people want to sell existing houses. But Miami's price has gone up, and the overall net price of the area is probably not going to go down anytime soon.
So what's the solution, Tom?
Well, the solution is slow. It's like Miami is going to be an expensive place.
I'm going to give you a solution. You ready? Here's a solution. May I? Okay. Here's what I think the solution is. I think exactly what Miami is going through is what happened to California and multiple cities where people with money showed up. And then guess what? You don't have a choice. that's what the market's going to pay for that community. And you're going to have to pay it. You don't want it? Don't worry about it. Move out. So if I'm long in any city in the state of Florida, you know what I'm long on? Fort Lauderdale. Okay? Fort Lauderdale. I am long on Fort Lauderdale. Why? Because you got Palm Beach, which is a different climate. Okay? You got Boca, very different climate. Boca's a great area. Boca could be the Glendale of California, meaning if Armenians want to move to a city that reminds them of Glendale, go to Boca Raton. There's a Armenian Catholic church. It's a great place to go to. Boca would be a great place for Persians, Iranians, Armenians, Assyrians to move to. It's not like as if I'm lobbying, but Arek, Bolorit Arek. Talacha, temun to Boca, Kush Boca.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, Boro Boca Raton. It's a great city, right? But I think Fort Lauderdale is going to have the next explosive growth the next 10 to 20 years. Why do I think that? It's because I don't think it's going to slow down of people moving to Florida. I don't think that's slowing down. I think where they slow down to is going to be Miami because it's way too expensive. And I also think a lot of people are going to sell their homes in Miami and move up to Fort Lauderdale with that additional equity that they've made, with a market that's willing to go there. If they want to pay you for a big check for the place, do it. If not, there's going to be some changes taking place. All right, so go for it, Adam.
No, I just think you're spot on. I mean, a lot of my friends who are married with kids no longer live in Miami. They live in places like Cooper City or Pembroke Pines or anyway, just Broward, west of Fort Lauderdale. And there's a lot of people that are basically moving up to Palm Beach area, whether it's Port St. Lucie, Vero, Stewart, where they're just priced out of Miami. This is supply and demand. Miami, thanks to Mayor Francis Suarez, thanks to Governor Ron DeSantis, Miami is the best city in America right now, straight up. Whether it's taxes, whether it's climate, whether it's business, all that and then some. If you can avoid some of the shadier dealings that go down in Miami, there's no better place to live than South Florida these days. By the way, one of my good friends, realtor in Miami, Gio, he said a starter home now costs $1 million in Miami. And oftentimes, that's for an older home that's pre-1950s, especially if you're closer to Biscayne Bay. But also the downside is, all right, so let's say you're like, I don't want a single family home. I want to go get a condo. Condos are expensive, and we see what's going on with homeowners insurance. We see what's going on with taxes. We see what's going on with HOAs. People are getting priced out. But if you want to live in a fun place, you got to pay the price.
Yeah, I agree. And it's
too much traffic for me.
It's a beautiful place. We were in Miami this past week doing a podcast with Jake Paul at his what do you call it? Better headquarters.
Yeah.
Dude, what a freaking cool place. He had a dog that if Brooklyn was there, he would have thought that's a horse. That dog was so big. Yesterday, Brooklyn is running and screaming in ways I've never heard her do.
Why? Was there a dog?
Jimbo was chasing her.
Oh, my.
But Jimbo's playing. She thought he was chasing her. She was so scared. I mean, and Jimbo's 15 pounds. This 150 pounds. But anyways, we're trying to leave Miami to come back. I don't know how long it took us to get on the freeway.
What do you mean? One longer light took us 20 minutes.
I don't believe you.
I'm telling you right now.
I've never been late one time coming from Miami.
Zero interest.
There's no traffic.
Bro.
There's definitely no cars on fire on the highway.
Keep Miami. Listen,
it is
$500,000 homes, $1 million
Every
homes.
natural reaction was a flip-flop. Just go like this real
Yeah.
quick. My hand was about to go like this.
I'm going to get a pow-pow?
Yeah,
Miami.
with a flip-flop.
Keep
Choose.
Miami.
Guys, I'm telling
Anyways,
you.
all right,
Traffic's
so
beautiful, guys.
We're about to wrap this up with a couple other stories, and then we're done. Let me give you the big announcement. March 4th, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., put it in your calendar. We're announcing a massive upgrade to Minnect. If you have not yet downloaded the app and used it, for some of you that are using the app, you know we're communicating on a regular basis. How much business is being done? A guy Minnects me 6 months ago saying, Pat, I want to go out there and become a professional sports owner one day. I said, hey, man, keep dreaming. That's good. I used to dream as well. He says, no. I'd like to do that now. I said, what kind of money you got? Do you have cash? He says, I'm sitting on $100 million. My net worth's at $300 million. I said, let me introduce you to my guy. Introduce him to the guy. 6 months later, he becomes a professional sports owner of the team that he wanted to get. And that was all because of Minnect. These are contacts, relationships that happen on Minnect. But on the 4th, we're introducing something called the circle economy. So imagine all of you that are watching this, all of you that are curious about the stories, that like debate, that like these discussions, but you want to be able to communicate with the entire community of PBD Podcast in a circle. Like you get to say, did you see this? Did you see that throughout the entire day? That'll be launched, and you'll get access to our notes that we're having on the podcast that we go through. Only people on the circles will have that. You'll get a behind-the-scenes stuff that we do, and you'll get a chance to create your own circle, get compensated, will be recognized and rewarding. And on top of that, I'm announcing a contest on that day, folks. We every year we got the biggest suite at the Kentucky Derby. Ooh. We were there last year. Oh. I took my kids. Dylan was going around spending time with everybody, making bets. It was a hilarious
spending
time.
My money too.
Spending and making money.
Making money.
But it was a good time.
Dylan the bookie.
Dylan the bookie. We had a phenomenal time. We have the biggest suite on the 5th floor. Right at the finish, when the race ends, they call it the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, and we want to invite you to come and join us. These are not $5,000 seats. These are not $10,000 seats. But we want to invite you to come and join us, and it's a contest tied to Minnect. Whatever you do, download the app. More importantly, get on your calendar, put it in there for March 4th, and go to this website that we have here, Rob, vtwebinar.com. Go to vtwebinar.com. Sign up now. This will be packed, and we'll be making a lot of announcements. A lot of unique people will be on there talking about their circles as well. So having said that, cannot wait to see you guys March 4th, 3 p.m. Go to vtwebinar.com. Register, secure your spot, because it will be a massive, especially for those of you that watch PBD Podcasts. Look forward to seeing you there. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.